open news if we the four corners of Ghana there na ebusia for channel way so ena wonsa ebeka ewo aha eye Ghanatube so ensem ekobe nyina no aha na ni nyina no ubenya edi efina se ne maji akonya matena sesei no na chese ensem ahodo ekobe nyina no eno era mite ebo ebusiafo entem pass o mennum enkwan no enja fufu ne bewa kotie ensem ekoso ewo man Ghana me ba na matwa so edi amam.
Earlier, a handful of party bigwigs were present, talking about the former health minister Alex Igbefia was there, Mr. Frick Balfour was there. However, some of the bigwigs that we are expecting that they would also show up were not able to do so because most of them are following the president on his campaign trip in the other regions, so they were not able to do that. But I must say that a couple of party supporters and family members were there to honor the late former president, Flight Lieutenant Zanetor Rawlings.
And a number of things were said. Walk us through what was said at the party's headquarters. So
for the speakers that spoke at the functioning this morning, they were of the view that the late president had actually contributed greatly to shaping the course of the Fourth Republic, and so he deserves to be honored. So the first to speak was the vice chairman of the NDC, Mr. Kofi Attoh, who said that the party is considering honoring the late president by observing his birthday as a holiday for the party. So we can listen to Mr. Kofi Attoh, what he has been saying.
Right.
I'm not so sure why when the name Junior Jesus came from, but this was somebody who was ready to sacrifice himself for all of us and to speak truth to power. He was arrested, but you see, truth is like cock. When you push it underwater, it comes up. Just about the time the trial was about to end, other revolutionaries, young men in the army, corporals, I know their names, I know some of them, we don't have much time, came and released him. And that release and the foundation of the Armed Forces Revolutionary Council is a basic foundation for our party, which is NDC. You cannot talk about NDC without talking about 31st December Revolution, and the central person in that one too was J.J. Rawlings. It was important for us in Sekondi Takoradi in 1998 to put his name in the constitution to say that this was the founder of the party based on whose ideas and visions and inspiration we formed our party. We need to do a lot more as a party. We have made proposals to the party. We need to recognize him a lot more. We need to institute a day, and we have moved that decision to the neck to recognize maybe his birthday should be a holiday for our party, should be a celebration for our party. And I'm sure that after our victory on the 7th of December, the next NEC meeting may have to be considering that so that we complete our recognition to our chairman.
And we know Stanley as well, that the daughter, Dr. Zanetor Rawlings, also had a few words to share.
Yes, Mawena. So her daughter, who is also the MP for Korle-Klottey constituency, Dr. Zanetor Rawlings, also said that his father is a figure of principle, and so the NDC, when they are able to stage a successful comeback to power, they shouldn't do business as usual. We can also listen to her.
Today should have been a celebration. But how can we celebrate a life when everything he stood for is being dismantled before our very eyes? I'll read a quote by him, and I think that this is a quote that should guide us as we work towards the 7th of December this year and beyond. Because the challenge is not so much winning an election, but doing the right thing when you are in government. When he was chairman of the PNDC, he said, and this is only a section of a speech, "The errors of the past must be corrected in order to re-establish the confidence of our people in a secure future. And as we go about speaking to people, trying to urge people to vote for us as a party, many people are reminding us not to come and behave as if it's business as usual, because it's not. We're seeing the degradation of our environment at a rate at which we've never seen in our history. And His Excellency President Rawlings was an avid environmentalist. He cared so much about the environment that I almost feel as if it caused him pain when he saw things going wrong with the environment. He would react in such a visceral way when he saw trees being chopped down, especially when we were not replacing them.
Since the passing of the former President Zanetor Rawlings, his party, the National Democratic Congress, has marked the day with a commemoration at the party's headquarters at Attoh. Collins Frimpong is joining us with updates. Good afternoon, Collins, and if you can hear me, what can you report? Collins, if you can hear me, what can you report? Collins, hopefully you can hear me. Kindly unmute.
Hello, Mefa, can you hear me?
Perfect. Please tell us what you can report.
Right. So the commemoration began at exactly 9:58 a.m. In order to observe a 2-minute silence for late President or former President Zanetor Rawlings. So the program in Accra was held at the headquarters of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, and some of the party leaders were present, led by the Deputy General Secretary, Barbara Asamoah, and also Vice Chair of the NDC, as well as the Member of Parliament for Kwem constituency, Kofi Adams. But former President and also presidential candidate for the NDC, John Dramani Mahama, as well as the National Chairman of the party, Stephen Ketia, and difficulty with the General Secretary of the party were not present because of the various campaign polls that they are all having. But they also observed 2-minute silence at their various campaign trails that they were at exactly 10 a.m. So after that 2-minute silence, there was also a floral tribute for Zanetor Rawlings, where it started with Barbara Asamoah, the Deputy General Secretary of the party, who placed flowers on the pictures of Zanetor Rawlings. Then we had Vice Chair of the NDC, Kofi Attoh, who also did the same, as well as that of Zanetor Rawlings, who came in to place a flower on his father's pictures of them, beside his father's pictures. Afterwards, a series of speeches were delivered. Kofi Adams, who is the Member of Parliament of Kwem constituency, as I stated earlier, delivered the speech, as well as the Vice Chair of the party. Zanetor Rawlings also delivered a speech. For Kofi Adams, he made mention of the fact that the party needs to revisit the June 4 tenant that was instilled in the party in order to bring development to the people. He also advised the people to go with them, not to be selfish, as Zanetor Rawlings was when he was alive, and as he instilled in them. Zanetor Rawlings also spoke and delivered a speech on behalf of his brother and also the entire family. And he urged the party going to the 2024 election not to only focus on winning the election, but also look at the moral aspect, doing the things right to re-establish confidence in the people, the youth of the people, for sustainable future. And also speaking as an ardent, Zanetor Rawlings was an ardent environmentalist. So Zanetor Rawlings had to rope that in, where she urged the party to promote sustainable environment. When they win power, they should make sure that we protect our environment and also fight against illegal mining.
Wobetimi eja comment e wo comment section na mejibre akinkan e de amofefefe meka I will say Onya subscribe ye my channel we ebusia for subscribe na hitting notification bell no se ne be ansem no 72 mana wenya no intem pa so mo amodofo snowy and I'm say eden sem na ebrem sisi ade makram